You know, I had 6 Weet-Bix, 5 boiled eggs, and I used to do that since 2010. Every morning. And I did that for 5 years straight. Now you can imagine as ek nou wind breek en ek is, the house is stinking every time.
That's why he's an excellent shaver.
What's up, Ruckers? How are you guys doing? Hope the week has been excellent so far. Hope you guys have been productive at work. The kids are good, but now it's time for your number 1 rugby podcast once again. This is Behind the Ruck. This is episode 120. We are proudly supported by SuperSport Bet. Guys, I want you to sit back now. I want you to have an absolutely blast of a time with us. Who am I in the seat? If you are tuning in for the very first time, I'm Rudy Page, former Springboks scrum half, represented the Vodacom Bulls, Lions, Cheetahs, a baie spanne gespeel. Guys, next to me, I've got my party in crime.
Hey, you want to be Rudy and Juan the young in the house. Hey, party, you good, hey?
Brilliant party, can't complain.
You look good, eh?
No, I don't think I look good. I'm overweight.
Hey, don't go there, hey?
I'm going into festive overweight Ruckers, unfortunately. Yes.
So it's one of those things, man. We got to keep going, yeah. Otherwise, I'm all good, yeah. Cracking on, hey?
No, fantastic. Look, it's Springbok Rugby's back partner, so there's exciting stuff. As we're recording Ruckers, we currently don't have the Springbok team yet, but we are looking forward to an exciting week of rugby. The green and gold back up and running on the end of the year tour.
Yeah, no, 100%. And while we get there, what to expect on Behind the Ruck, guys, hey, we're going to have a match day lineup, okay? We got to have to warm up with the hurdles and stuff like that. So stay tuned. We got to get winners. Winners for these 2 bad boys. And also, we got a little bit of information about our late friend Colonel Hendricks, okay? About this one. It just got released, okay? And then the fixtures. That's also, we got to speak about that. Its international window is here as well. And then for the 80 minutes, we found a Nemo. Nizaam Carr is in the building. So we're going to chat to him about his community, his journey, his chapter. A lot to cover with the big man. So strap yourself up. It's going to be a lekker episode. I'm waiting for this one, partner. And you?
Buddy, no, look, let's start off with Colonel Hendricks' wine that got released on Monday evening. Guys, really nice, spectacular evening, beautiful evening out in the Stellenbosch area. So they've released, I think it's 1,000 bottles of wine that they're going to sell. So Ruckers will put it down here and below in the description and the caption of this episode. So if you like your red wine, if you want to support the foundation, it's your opportunity to do it now, okay?
Now, I left some incredible stuff as well. Yeah, what is it, the Carbonate Franc?
It's a Carbonate Franc.
Oh, Colonel Hendricks 14 Carbonate Franc.
Yes, so I must say the label is gorgeous with his number and his signature across it. They've done an excellent job. It took them 3 months to obviously get it bottled and get it out, and now it's ready to be purchased, and all the proceeds obviously going to his beloved foundation that he loved so much, buddy. So the little taste, I had it and I was like, damn it, boykie.
Could you taste sometimes the sheerigheid van hom?
I was like, what is in this? So I was trying to check if his favorite chocolates are in there and all of that stuff, partner. But
nah, it's special, man. And I mean, before he left us as well. He had special moments on the farm as well. So a lot of hard work that he actually put in with a lot of other people as well that made it special.
Buddy, and when I tasted it, and I was like, you would have said that, jy ken nie wyn nie. Jy ken nie.
Ja,
jy drink op net.
En wanneer gaat die order? Jy moet kry. Yeah.
So Ruckers, if you're in a position to buy the wine, let's support our late friend. Let's make sure that we keep his legacy alive. So go to the below website, order your bottle of Colonel Hendricks 14 wine. It's brilliant, it's really good. And let's make sure that the legacy lives on for come on, boykie.
Indeed, yeah.
Partner?
Yeah, talk to me. 2 of these bad boys. Huh? Elizabeth.
Bietjie weggie, okay?
Yes, 100%, yeah. You know, Ruckers, we know you're a podcaster, but it's time to, get yours, okay? A lot of, most capped Springbok. There's a lot. He's got a lot to say and a lot of knowledge that is shared inside this book. I mean, is our names in there with our scandals?
I hope not.
Okay. He looked after us, yeah.
But Ruckers, we want to say thank you to Eben Etzebeth Unlocked Publishers that made 2 books available that we ran a competition on our social media pages. Everybody obviously take 2 people. They had to be subscribers. They had to follow Behind the Ruck on all platforms. And today we are announcing those winners.
Who is it?
And the very first winner. He hails from Namibia, partner. His name is Peter Jack. Let me find him here on my pad of the eye. Peter Jack from Namibia. Party, just give me 2 seconds. There I go. Okay, it's Peter Jack 09. He's the very first winner, so congratulations. He does excellent work. And the next one, it is Mani Mostert that wins the second book for the Eben Etzebeth Unlock.
Yes.
Mani Mostert, congratulations, guys. You guys are getting 2 of these. I'll make sure that Behind the Ruck send it to you guys, so we'll get your details on social media.
100%.
Congratulations,
Well
everyone.
done, and thank you for getting engaged, man. Engage with us, okay? So a lot of stuff coming up as well. Ons moet 'n bietjie weg hier, né?
Ons moet bietjie weg.
Where's that switch case we spoke about?
We can do it soon.
Okay. It's coming your way. Yeah, but let's get, it's international season, okay? Pak gou vir die Cressida van URC, okay? We're getting into next international fixtures. So our fixtures for this weekend, it's England versus France on Saturday, 5:10 at Twickenham. Springbok versus Japan, Saturday, 6:10 at Wembley Stadium. Ireland versus New Zealand in the USA of Chicago at 10:10.
But it's just a correction there. It's England, Australia. England versus Australia.
Oh, yes. Sorry, what did I say?
Fransie.
Okay, I'm
sorry.
Franchise. But yeah, if you look at that, it's playing at Twickenham. Obviously, we're playing at Wembley. And who's going where? Isn't it that close to each other, Wembley to Twickenham?
I'm actually not sure. I'm not too sure.
I should know for staying there a couple of years. I don't know. But yeah, there's going to be special games coming up as well. I mean, England versus Australia is going to be a cracker of a game. Looking at, if you look at the British and Irish Lions, there would have been a little bit of beef when it comes to Australia and a couple of these England players.
If you look at last year, Australia beating England at Twickenham. So there was a big result last year that happened. Yes, that happened in this fixture. So it's one to definitely look forward to. Can Australia take momentum out of the Rugby Championship into the end of the year tour? What does England Rugby look like? They had a period of time off. Are those players equipped with enough game time after their rest?
Yes.
So exciting things, Barry.
Exciting things, yeah. And it's a difficult one to pick actually for me, because you kind of are back to Australia when it comes to the British Irish Lions. But those England players coming through now, whew, even if you look at the Premiership, Gallagher Premiership at the moment, I mean, Saracens is looking good, Northampton is looking good. They played each other last weekend. But, I mean, there's a new boy as well, Noah from Saracens.
Yes.
He's a talent, eh? And we still got Henry Pollock. That's still there. He's doing fantastic work. I see he's got a little bit of a bleach now. Okay. He's changing it up as well. So the youngsters coming through is looking fantastic when it comes to form as well. And they still got the old boys that's still in and around there. The George Ford, I don't know if he's going to make the squad, and a few of the other boys. The Tom Willises, hopefully. But yeah, that one is going to be a nail biter.
No, it's exciting. Look, England, Australia, 2 powerhouses of rugby going against each other in the very first match of this end of the year tour, as we know it in South Africa. So something to look forward to. Then we go to Wembley, an hour after that.
Yeah.
Springboks, Japan. What are we expecting? What are we thinking?
I'm nervous about this one, eh? For specific reasons. Japan, we obviously know we got the history when it comes to the 2015 Rugby World Cup, but also we've got Victor Matfield that's actually coaching for them in assistant coaching, and he's done a lot of punditry over the past. He's been studying the Springboks. Okay, obviously he's going to come up with a couple of plans. He knows what Rassie brings with the Tony ball, the Rassie ball, and all these funny lineouts as well, and Eddie Jones as well. So the brain trust when it comes to the management of Japan is looking good. I don't know what the type of rugby is when you look at their league, the Japan league. But and it all depends. What will Rassie do? Are we easing it up? Are we going straight with the Tony ball boykies, with the Kane and Moody? Are we going back to a little bit of a Rassie ball? What are we doing for this game to build up for the next weekend? Because the next weekend is going to be a cracker.
Look, partner, I don't think I'm not worried. And international rugby is obviously showcased over the past few years that any team can beat any team. So I don't want to sit here, Ruckus, and be overconfident and be arrogant in my prediction and the way that I see the Springboks. But what has happened with the Springboks? The Springboks have created a healthy competition within the team. So whoever gets selected, they will understand that they have to put their best foot forward because they want to be selected for that France Test match. If you look at Japan, the last time Springboks Japan played was 2019 World Cup quarterfinal. We beat them convincingly. A lot of our players currently in the team plays their rugby in the rugby in Japan. So they know the tempo that is going to bring. It's not like the 2015 World Cup where it was a surprise. They know exactly the tempo. Japanese players, they had been off for a longer period of time, but they did play warm-up games, or not warm-up games, they played actual test matches against Australia A and against Australia this past weekend. So they might be in a good place. I think it will be a tough test match. It will be good test match rugby at Wembley. But I do think, and I know the Springboks will be too strong
100%.
for them. It's interesting to see who we're going to select. Who we're going to select. Obviously, unfortunately, Ruckus, when we're recording, we don't have the team yet, but I would like to see us play that expensive rugby again.
Stick to what works. Don't go back to, you said, no, once you have your goal, stick to what.
Don't phone Don't phone your ex, okay?
We have to move forward with that. Doesn't matter who plays. We speak about, yes, this guy got the Roni ball. Yes, this guy got the Rassie ball. Yes, this guy got a Tony ball. But we have to have the DNA now to move forward in what we're doing. And I felt like the last couple of games after, Wellington moving on, that's what we kind of did. But the point you were making about whoever gets selected, it's that we don't miss a beat. That's the most important thing. And Coach Tiki said it as well in the previous episode as well, that the players, if it's Krappy, if it's this guy, if it's that guy, if they come in, they just keep knocking the ball like all the other boys. So it's going to be interesting, especially for me at number 15. Damien Willemse obviously got a little bit of a nigga. I'm not too sure if he's overseas as well. Fassy's out. Willie Leroux might join them. We haven't heard anything yet. Who's going to play 15? You know what I want to see. I want to see the Power Rangers at the back. I want to see Cheslin Colby at number 15 with Edwin van der Merwe 14 and Kurtley Arends at number 11. So Kurtley Arends a must play for me because he hasn't played in a very long time. It'd be nice to see he get a little bit of game time after the 30 or 40 minutes he had against Glasgow. So that's the stuff that I want to see, but it's going to be interesting. Are we going to go, I don't want to say full strength because we don't have that anymore. So it's all about the team selection.
Look, for me, it's cool to see what players is going to shine at the end of the year tour and make sure that they are frontline for the next World Cup. Other players, what will happen is the two things. Who's going to come out of this 5-week span with Rassie's trust and who's going to have a knock for the next 2 years. So there's big repercussions with the end of the year. Some of the boys might be tired. There's a lot of rugby. Injuries are starting to creep in. So a lot up for grabs at the end of the year too. And we're starting against Japan. Massive.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Oof.
Chicago. All Blacks, Ireland.
United States of America. Ooh. Hey, that one is big.
Who's taking it? Has the All Blacks done enough in the Rugby Championship? Where are the All Blacks Rugby sitting at? Looking at next year's greatest rivalry tour that's coming to South Africa. Ireland players, are they fresh enough? Are they ready enough? They had a long break. How will they look for Leinster, which predominantly the Irish squad? What's your take on it?
No, I think Ireland is going to be way too strong, to be honest. So Leinster has obviously had a couple of knocks, but if you look at the teams that played this past couple of weekends, you go Munster versus Leinster, you go the Connacht boys as well. These players are looking in fantastic form, even though the teams might be struggling here and there. Munster is doing fantastic work, still being unbeaten. But I think they're going to be a little bit too strong for them. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in the New Zealand camp. They lost their coach as well. I mean, he's leaving at the end of this tournament, Holland. So a lot's happening inside the camp, and it's making a little bit of a disruptor for New Zealand. So I think Ireland, having a full squad of Leinster boys, that's full. I think 21 players out of the 40, that's 21. That's Leinster boys. They're going to make a massive difference. They wild old. Hulle is geolie. So I'm going to go with Ireland with this one, Parry.
I'm going to go All Blacks, partner.
Is it?
So my take is going to be completely against what you're saying. I don't think they geolie.
Ireland not geolie.
No, they've had a very long time off. A lot of those British and Irish Lions players. My worry with Ireland is, and that people able to see at the end of the year tour, it's an aging squad. That squad doesn't have any new energy youth. It's been the same players over a span of 7-8 years. So I believe the All Blacks has grown. Quintu Paia for me at centre plays a massive part.
Yeah,
Lester Fanganuka was excellent in Perth against Australia. Do they pick him again? Then they have a big-bodied wing for the All Blacks. So I'm going to go with the All Blacks in Chicago to rectify the last time they've been there when Ireland beat them. So All Blacks for me takes this one in the US of A.
Yeah, what will the predictions be? Let's start with the All Blacks one first.
The All Blacks, I'm going to go All Blacks 25, Ireland 18. All Blacks 25,
7.
Ireland 18. 7-point difference.
Yeah, I'm going to go other way around. So I'm going to back the Ireland boys, being wild. Geoelie. So I think Ireland +5 for me. It's going to be a close game. I mean, Chicago away from home for both of them. It's going to be a lekker interesting game, but it's +5 for Ireland. And the other one, the first one, Australia, England.
Australia, England's a bit difficult. I'll probably back England in this one. I'm going to go with the English, and I'll probably go by 10 points.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think England is going to be a bit too strong at Twickenham. Australia traveling a little bit and hasn't played for a very long time. So I'm going to also go England +3 or 4. It's going to be still a tough game with those boys still playing Joseph and the boykies. And then the big one, should be easy one. We know green gold for both of us.
By 15, Springboks at Wembley. 1-5.
Yeah.
Springboks too strong for Japan.
I think super strong, so I'm going to go +20. I mean, the boys are looking good. Doesn't matter who plays, even though some of the boys, Porton might play, a couple of youngsters, couple of debuts might get the opportunity, but will still be too good for them.
That would be way too strong, Ruckus. And now we're going to switch it up, okay,
Yes.
guys? Get your switch, sit back. We're about to have a brilliant time with an ex-Stormer, current Vodacom Bulls, first Muslim Springbok. Ooh, let's go. Is jy reg, partner?
Did we find him?
Oh, is het hom gekry van
Hey,
Nemo?
it's time to finding Nizaam Carr, Nemo.
Let's go. Ruckus, this is one of the exciting days of Behind the Ruck. We are welcoming a guy that hails from Mitchell's Plain. He is the very first Muslim Springbok ever in the history of South African rugby. He's also a fantastic human being. Sometimes he can be very quick with his sayings and all of his trickery stuff, but he is now a Bulls player, his leadership. He's a Stormers legend. He represented London Wasps with absolute gusto. English. Yeah,
Gusto.
okay. Ruckus, let's put our hands together for none other than Nizaam Carr.
Nizaam Carr, aka Nemo.
Rudy, thank you so much for that introduction. And Juan de Jong, finally we're on the show.
Yeah.
I really feel honored to chat to you guys. I mean, legends of note. So really lucky
yes,
to be with you guys.
Me en
Yeah.
Paisy for 100 times kanala.
Yes, I'm a Carr, Ruckus.
Moege kanala.
Not now, at my time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you're good.
Looking good.
Yeah.
No, very good. I just came off a 4-month injury because I tore
Yes.
my bicep tendon.
Oh.
So I did obviously a few weeks or couple of weeks of rehab and off-field conditioning. So yeah, it's been a little bit tough, but
Yeah.
I like many challenges everybody face, I overcame that. And when the team comes back from tour now, we'll fall back with him. So
Yeah. What happened?
straight-
How did it happen? Was
So-
it in the gym? Because when I call bicep, it has to be a gym or something.
No, I don't like the gym that much.
Is it?
The
You
conditioning
won't say
coach.
it.
No, I've got good genes. You know, very blessed with my family. Also big. My grandpa played rugby. My father played rugby. All my brothers. My brother plays fly off, but he's
Damn
built
it.
like a prop.
Who,
They only play
Zayn?
Riaz.
Oh, yes.
So he basically plays 10 minutes and he's off the field again.
Hey,
He
man.
can't play a full game. Yeah. But no, obviously you have to be conditioned in the sport. It's a physical, very demanding of the body. And me, I only realized this probably at the later stage where I should have probably taken my recovery a lot more serious. And this is like 19 years old, 20 years old. Because on Saturday, you feel fine, 100%. Obviously, you take a few knocks. Sunday, you feel fine. By Monday, you can go again.
And now?
But now that you're getting a bit older, once you hit the 30s
Yeah.
and going off that calendar, the recovery comes, takes
Wednesday. Then
Yeah.
you always, hey, gaat ons nou.
Maybe
Yeah.
captains.
No, the route, exactly. Sometimes it's really that takes that long. Obviously, we come off a big knock. By Friday, you only feel better.
But it's weird when you're young at 19, 20, 21, you think yourself, I will never feel like that. It's fine. Because back in my days, when Bola kon rijden, the boys used to complain. They was, wacht, julle man, kom maar nie nou.
And you were so angry when some of the older boys missed training. Like, why is this guy saying he's heavy and his body is he's missing training now? And then when you were there, it's like, it's tough.
And the boys are always going to challenge you. Ag, hy is alweer af.
Yes.
Hy wil nie oefen nie. Hy's lei. Conditioning coaches will also think like you don't want to train today. So I think there's
The rugby culture.
it's just the way the thing is.
Yeah. And you yourself now, obviously, Bulls, okay?
Yeah. The best club in the world.
Hey.
We still need to obviously get over that final hurdle.
We're gonna fight here, okay? We had some good memories. But when we speak about it's almost like a new era we're moving into now. Obviously, a lot has happened this past couple of months. Not personally, but for the Bulls organization, having a new head now. How's things in the camp? How's people been settling in?
No, really good, fantastic to be obviously part of Akis. That's what we call him. That's his nickname.
Coach Akis.
Yes, Coach Akis. But fresh energy. You can see this around the squad. Everybody's excited to obviously work with him. And there's a little bit of nerves because obviously you want to impress the coach, you know. He's seen you from afar. Or maybe he's watched a few games of the Bulls. So that's where he can pull some... like let's say evidence of how you perform and what is your work-ons and stuff like that. So there is a little bit of nerves. I think we had one loss now on tour and also one win. We've got one more game left against, let's say, the mighty Glasgow Warriors that we lost in the final. I think that was 2 years ago.
Yes.
So no, but really fresh. Everybody's excited. I believe like there's a few combinations that the coach is trying and things like that. So we will be well oiled. It's just going to take some time. I think Andre Pollard also played now a couple of weeks ago. He came back of the birth of his baby.
Yes,
so,
lekker Pollard.
Yeah. So new combinations, but let's not forget Jake White has also been amazing for the Bulls.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we've played, I think, 3 or 4 finals as well. So it's worth, mentioning him. Because I feel like he has, set the platform for us. As I said earlier, we couldn't do it over that final hurdle. And I think we've been in 3 finals now. So that's our push, that's our motivation that we want to overcome that
100%,
one, the big one.
yeah. But sometimes we all think about if you don't have the trophy or the medal, that you weren't successful. But for you, that hard work to get to a final, 3 finals actually, in fact.
The success for me lies in the consistency of that team over that span.
Correct. And like Juan, you always used to say that enjoy the journey as well. It's not about the end result, Yes, you want to have the trophy in the middle of that huddle, But in the end of the day, it's like you guys mentioned, it's your growth, how we gel together as a team, the camaraderie, all those stuff is where you see the growth, of a club. And I think it's important because we have a good mixture of senior players, a lot of young guys coming through the ranks. So it's fantastic to see.
And Nemo, nice. Are you happy in Pretoria?
Absolutely love it.
No, be honest. We ask again.
No, look, Cape Town is now like a visit for us, basically. I'm off for 10 days now. We had some good news that I will maybe share with you guys later.
Okay.
So, just came to visit my mom, my brothers, sisters, and all of that. But then on Monday, I'm straight back into fitness, back with the team. So it's going to be quite tough because in Cape Town, you have all the nice food and things like that. You're comfortable. Jy lê net op die bed en van mommy bring nou alles vir jou en sy doen jou wasgoed en alle goedes. So it's quite relaxed, very nice.
And look, let's talk. I quickly want to touch on the base before we get into your personal life and your personal journey and all the success you've had. The Bulls rugby, your time spent with Jake White, your personal relationship with Coach Jake, because you become a leader under him in new club. What has that been like for you as personally for Nizaam Carr? No, really big. He was always clear in his instructions. Sorry, I'm losing my words here. But no, I had good clarity with him. And World Cup winning coach in 2007. What more can we say? So it was fantastic working with him. And there's a lot of stuff that I will take personally because I'm an aspiring coach. I would like to coach one day. There's a lot of things that I will take that I will carry forward with my coaching career. And hopefully it's going to be a good one for me going forward.
100%, yeah.
And then look, I've probably had bad memories from when coaches transition when you go from one coach to a new coach. And we're not. It's not
not
about
really-
me.
okay.
No, seatbelt, Ruckus. His seatbelt is off. But for you as a player, the difficulties of transitioning from Jake White, and you have to apply yourself now where you have to execute in whatever the new coach wants, whether it's a new way of play. How have you dealt with maybe personally with the challenges that are now there for you? Is there a way that you're going to change your preparation, or is Nizaam going to stay consistently how Nizaam has done everything over his career?
I think that's a key thing, Rudy, is you have to be consistent. And for me, throughout my career, you can't switch off. Like now, again, like you mentioned, I have to impress this new coach. And I don't want to go out there playing like for him and stuff like that. I just have to do what I've been doing, and that is the consistency in terms of your recovery and things like that, eating well, because I like KFC. So one day Young will tell you.
And a guest be
I'm
cutting for you.
Yeah. 8 piece, 10 piece,
Yo,
I finished
that's
that.
it.
Yeah. So the boys know everywhere around the world that I like KFC. But so all those type of things with the consistency, I need to eat better. So more like a carnivore type of diet. And so it's basically that.
Yeah, and wifey told me as well, 8 eggs in the morning.
Damn much.
Aye.
So a tray of 30, we finish it quickly.
No,
Not we.
Not we.
Myself, yeah. And in fact, sometimes my daughter eats some eggs with me. I just give her one so that she can, get used to this training. Because I think she's going to be a very good sportsman, as well as my son.
Yeah.
Is the egg scrambled? Is it boiled?
No, it's just boiled. It's just boiled.
Egg white.
8 eggs in the morning. And then maybe if I come after training, because you can never eat enough protein.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
then another maybe 6 eggs for lunchtime.
Yeah.
And then the evening I'll probably braai Juan.
Yeah.
Like maybe
He likes them.
a T-bone steak or something sirloin, and then again few eggs.
Yeah.
Then I will
Yeah,
be
boy,
like,
man.
you're having too much eggs. And then my son will be like, Dad, you can't break your wind every time because the house is stinking every time. So as hy stink, hy gee iets ja.
Yeah, but Ruckus, that's why he's an excellent shaper. I'm a little bit irritated when I hear enjoying Pretoria. Obviously, coming back to Pretoria now, we spoke about Jake White as well. But you had a little bit of a journey when you went from the Bulls to Wasp, or actually Wasp to the Bulls, back to Wasp again, and back to the Bulls. And that wasn't because of sometimes choice, it was because of forced circumstances due to that liquidation.
Exactly, yes.
And that piece of belonging that the Bulls gave you in that couple of years, what was that like, especially if you look at the guys like Jake White and Edgar?
No, I immediately felt like appreciated. And I think anybody who's going into business or any firm, you want to be valued. And that was the most important thing for me, because we got all offered pay cuts. And this was first journey. It was the first challenge was the 2020 COVID.
Yes.
And then obviously I called Jake and Edgar. The evening they had my contract ready. So I signed, and there really I felt that sense of
They want
belonging.
you.
They want me,
Not kind of want you bad.
Yes, want you. Yeah. Do you kind of want it, or do you want this guy badly, So I really felt like I feel part of it, and going into the cloakrooms, the boys was absolutely amazing. Very welcoming. The coaches, nice to work with them. And there's always extras that players do. And they were always willing to assist Rudy, and that was the nice thing for me. And then I think 2 years later, Was got in contact with me again, and then I left again.
Thank you,
now
Juan.
you must understand.
Thank you, Juan. Call him back.
It's packing up again, Rudy. So it's quite tough on the family, but we have to do these things, Rugby career is not that long, so you have to, sort of make the most of it.
Maximize.
Exactly, yes. So it's new cars, new rental properties and stuff like that, new homes, the kids settling in, because both my kids, actually my son was born in England and my daughter was born in Pretoria. So she's a rechte blauwbal. My son is still working on it because he likes all teams. And at the moment, he wants to play soccer or football.
Nice.
And I think that's actually very good for him, because that's where you learn your coordination, Juba, and things like that. So then he can just make that transition. In my mind, he's going to play rugby. And they always lekker gebouw.
And it's physical.
Yeah.
When I play with him,
He's quite tough. He's quite tough.
Hij wil het slaan.
So they true bulls people.
But maybe that is the better retirement policy for you. Is the son going into soccer or football than ruggas? If we think about investment, compounded investment for your financials.
Heel financials.
Imagine that. But I always say, in the end of the day, it's not money is important, but it's not about the money.
Yeah.
Everything in life, you have to find that enjoyment because you don't want to go to work or you don't love what you're doing. And it's quite sad that a lot of people just go to work to put food on the table, and that is everybody's circumstances, you know. And it's tough. People have it tough out there, and the career we're doing, it's a big blessing, you know. Because I go into work every day. I love what I'm doing, and I'll probably talk a bit about it later. But whichever put something everything into perspective. But you have to appreciate the gym sessions. You have to appreciate going out on the field because it can be a lot worse about like the people going through out there with their journey.
100%.
You know?
Yeah. If you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. That's what they say. Find your passion.
I love that.
And protect your dream. And do it, baby.
Dis ek het 'n philosopher langs my
Juan for president.
Yes,
Juba for president.
Nemo, that Wasp journey. Obviously, I was there as well. Why over? Why did you enjoy it? You spoke about it's not all about the money. What did you take from that 3 or 4 years you were there?
Juan, like it was very professional. That's what that stood out the most for me. The way they did their things, training, planning, all those stuff. Even the GPS and stuff. Not that we're not doing it in South Africa.
It's just
but
more
that's where
available.
Exactly,
3 physios, 3 masseuses.
Yeah.
That's why
So-
you're in the bed all the time as well.
I was always there for soft tissue massages. After training, during training, it was very nice. You know, after training you will go, and from one bed you will hop to the next bed because the next person would like to see you, and I like that because, as I said, recovery is important for me. I'm getting older. The body takes a bit longer to recover, and I'm not shy to say it. We all go through this transition in our life, you know. So that for me was a big eye opener, like the way they do this stuff at WAS. And I really, really enjoyed it. The people was fantastic. The coaches, the club itself. And, you know, unfortunately, they went, I think it was in 2022, I think.
Liquidated.
Yeah. So basically in South Africa, we use the word retrench. And over there, they use the word redundant.
Damn it.
And I was like, because when they called us in one Monday just to go into it, and basically, guys, we can't carry on anymore. We basically all made redundant. And
Salary
I was like,
stop.
But did you know what the word meant at the time?
But that's where I'm coming now, and I didn't know exactly because I hear people, you know, like crying, and this, you can hear there's a sad feeling, and I'm like, what's going on now? And I quickly on my phone on Google. What is redundant? And like as of now, you don't have a job. And I immediately thought about my family. What are they gonna do? I'm obviously now in England, and a lot worse things, you know, happen after that. A big eye opener for me, and that puts stuff into perspective because what if the game is not there for you anymore?
Yeah.
And just boom, all of a sudden you have to stop.
It's like a forced retirement. It's in your face quickly. React to it.
And then after that, a couple of things obviously transpired. And then I called my agent. And then, things got a lot better there from there.
Was there a tough conversation with wifey at the time, Nemo? Like after just getting that you're redundant now, it's not just you going through a difficult time as the individual. You got the family waiting at home that you have to share this news with.
Yeah, very, very tough. And but one thing that stood out for me, Rudy, was they were quite supportive. And remember now, we only spent there, I think it was 8 months or I think 8 to 11 months. And the club went basically bankrupt, So, and I signed a 3-year deal. You know, I signed a 3-year deal. And there was so many members. I mean, the part of the staff. The players, I think there was over like 60 players or something like that. I don't know how many staff, because it was also a quite big stadium, you know.
Yeah,
The
Rico
chefs
Arena.
and all this stuff, you know. And, you know, it was quite tough having that conversation with them. And they obviously pack up and give up everything for me to follow me on my journey. And my wife Aisha is doing a fantastic job, obviously with the kids and so on. And that puts me in a happy space. I can perform and do me because everything is, you know, covered at home. And I must give credit to my wife. You know, I'm not only just saying this, but I mean, Juan, Rudy, you guys will, you know, back me up here that the wives
support.
the support system is, the foundation is absolutely solid.
100%,
And that
yeah.
puts you in a very good space, you know, to perform. What else can you know, do? There's a lot of pressure off your shoulders. You're not feeling like you're carrying the world. Yeah, all that weight, you know. So just go
No,
for
you
it.
need that support because sometimes they can make or break you. Look into that camera and say, Aisha, I love you.
Aisha, you know, my one and only.
Mr. Lover. But Nemo, it's been Bulls that is now your recent. This is the current where Nizaam Carr is playing. It is Pretoria. It's that beautiful light blue. It is Loftus' Roffenford.
Lovely shade of blue.
Lovely shade of blue.
Hey.
It's the place that
Guys,
puts a
I'm gonna
smile on
stop
your
this
face. But there was a team in your life where you started off, a team you represented with pride. You were still a Power Ranger back then with a scrum cap on,
Yes.
playing in the hoops. That chapter of your life, what did that chapter mean?
Yes.
And what was that chapter like, playing for a team that represents so much in the Western Cape and Cape Town itself?
So important for me. I mean, it was the breakthrough of my life. And back then, we didn't have the URC, we had the Super Rugby.
Yeah.
So that was all we dreamed of, all that we
All we
wanted
know.
to, all we know. That's where we wanted to be. And the likes of, you know, big names, Skalk Burger, Jean de Villiers, Rudy Page, Juan de Jong, you know, that's the guys or teammates that you wanted to share the same locker room with. So for me, it happened so quickly. I didn't know that rugby was going to be like my way out, if I can put it that way. And everything just materialized so quickly. And the next thing, I got called up to the Currie Cup games through Alice Kutsi. And then from there, I think 2012, and I got called up to the Super Rugby. And 3 or 4 games in, I unfortunately tore my ACL. And that was a big blow for me. I was out for the rest of the season because it happened quite early, obviously in the season, which was February. Because that time we used to go from February, I think, to October, December, then you will get
October
your
was
break. December time is obviously off time where you have to prepare for the new season. So that was quite tough for me. And yeah, I will always appreciate that, like I mentioned before, because that put everything, you know, in place and you know, don't take things for granted. Because obviously you're young, you think you're on top of the world. And I had that, you know, I made it, man. And God just stay humble. Everything will pass, but don't act like you the big man now. And I think, you know, to mention it, I probably walked around with like
ease or chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, chip on your shoulder, yeah. Like I did this.
You can
it's
do what
about
you
me.
want and get stuff for
you
free
know,
and-
exactly the sponsorships, the cars, the boots, and all this stuff. You know, you can walk in, you know, sometimes anywhere and get free stuff. You know, so God just showed me like, hey, calm down,
Slow
buddy.
down.
You know, slow down. Appreciate everything again. And I don't think or see this injury as a punishment, but it was the best time for me. Like that could have happened
In your career.
in my career quite early. And obviously there was a question of what if it reoccur again? Because it's such a big injury, it could be my career was over, you know? So I did my rehab through Western Province. And I know I'm going off topic now,
It's
but
your time to shine,
Yeah,
Wiki.
yeah.
Stormers,
We
Western
listen.
Province was my foundation. I absolutely love my time there. And I think we had, you know, very good teammates, very good players, very good coaches, you know. So I can only speak highly about them, Johan. I mean, I played with you guys, youngster coming into the squad with Brian Banner and all those people, you know. So No, absolutely fantastic.
And the fondest
And it was-
memories for you?
It was always, that was all I knew. Like Juan said, I just wanted to play Super Rugby.
Ek's 'n stormer.
Yes, sy moet Siya Kulisi, Skarang Tobeni, Eben Etzebeth, Damien de Allender. Because that was our group, Frans Malherbe, Steven
coming through the
Kitsoff.
ranks.
Yeah, and they're all obviously current Springboks right now. So that's all we wanted to do, play Super Rugby, you know?
And looking back at if you have one of the jerseys at home, if you look back at your time at the Stormers, what was the happiest time for you playing and representing the Stormers?
I think, Rudy, to be quite honest, I think it was the 2014 season.
Yes, the Currie Cup, or the
yes.
Stormers Currie Cup season.
Our main man, yes, Juan de Jong was our captain. So I was quite sad because I wanted to lift the trophy.
Emily luister die byskepten.
No, Juan did a fantastic job. The way he controlled everything, how we ran our plays, how we had control over the squad. And Juan was, ek weet mos hy praat baie, but when he spoke, boys would listen. You know, you can hear a pin drop on the floor. Everybody gave their attention. And that's how we saw Juan de Jong. You know, absolutely
appreciate it, man.
fantastic player, even greater person, you know.
Yeah.
So
I got that effect with them, but yeah, I don't get it. But okay.
it's still work in progress.
It's a work in progress, man.
The hammer must fall, not the fun with him. Unbelievable. But when you came there at the Stormers, it was big names. It's your Dwayne Vermeulen, your Skalkberger, your Peter Lowe, and all these boys. Big names for you to fight your way through it, and you fight through it early, and also to get to the main goal, which was green and gold, was it?
Yes, and coming back now, 2014 was the best season, or the one that stood out for me, Rudy. Because the end of year, we obviously won the Currie Cup, so we had a very good run, played Super Rugby, and I enjoyed myself. And then end of year 2, I got called up by Heineke May. I think you were also at the time there, 2014, Pach, you were also there, yeah. As well as Cornel Hendricks, I remember him, yeah. Very, obviously, popular guy. And it's quite sad with what happened with him. And all the best wishes always to him and his to his family. But no, that was my breakthrough season. That helped put me on the map, you know, if I can put it that way.
No, I remember the time because, buddy, when I got into the Wales, I got there the last year. So I was part of you remember we had the training camps at SAS and stuff. And I got the last, and Nemo was my roommate the very first time I got to the
I
Springboks.
was also blessed, but that was training camps. That was campies,
yeah.
in Hermanus and
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Hy gedra vir hom, nee.
Very
But
nice.
it's only the mornings,
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock, when he has to pray, and then you see this guy standing in front of you.
So I want to share that story actually. So Nemo, at the time when I shared with you that room, I've never had the experience of playing with a Muslim player before. So that morning when I got there and you woke up and you prayed, and I got a fright and I was like,
quite scared,
Yeah.
Because in the it's quite dark. Because the thing is, I
see
don't want
that
to
shadow,
disturb you guys, and I think I also shared 3 years with Damien de Allender, and I'm sure you also got scared. But after a while, they got used to it. With Skara, I just saw Skara the one time. The lights, it's obviously dark in the room, and he's, you know, me out there, Allahu Akbar, and Skara just covered his head with a blanket. You know,
stuff is
He's
gonna
like,
happen.
hey, what's going on here now? You know, so quite early in the morning, which is again my foundation to my life. You know, without my praying and stuff, I just feel unsettled. I know things won't go smoothly for me, so I hold that very close to my heart. And that's what we must do as Muslim people. Yeah.
and I want to transition to his faith part now is because it was an eye-opener for me as well, because after you prayed and you were done in the morning, and I eventually, my wife, now my girlfriend back then, and I had so many questions. All of a sudden asking her, so what do I do when a Muslim pray, and how do I treat this? Because now I didn't want to have disrespect you as your roommate.
Yeah.
So that was such a fantastic eye-opener for me as a young individual coming from the Plaas and spending time in Pretoria with a very dominant Afrikaans culture.
Yes.
And then now having the first Muslim roommate, my first teammate is a Muslim player, and me and my wife going back and forth. We're on Google, okay, he's going to do that later today, so please respect him, don't be in the room, or try and give him his time. So it was so cool the first week spending with you, but you as a Muslim religion for yourself, what has that been like? Muslim religion, you in the rugby space, especially in South Africa being dominated by the Christian religion. How have you handled all of that, Nima, over the years?
No, it's been quite a journey, but one that I absolutely love and I wouldn't change it for anything. You know, I'm the first Muslim Springbok, and I see it as an accolade, but this rugby speaks one language, boys,
Yes.
you know, and I don't see it as this or that or whatever, etc., you know. So I did make that history, but it's in the past now, you know. People before me obviously tried, and you know, with the challenges in South Africa, they couldn't represent, you know, the Springboks at the time, you know, back then. So, you know, for me to be the first Muslim Springbok is absolutely fantastic. But like I said, rugby speaks one language, so you have to move on from that. Because you can't, I don't like dwelling in the past.
Same.
I know it's quite big what I've achieved. And then obviously boys after me like Salman Murad,
Yes.
Uzair Kasim,
Kasim Kazalas.
from Kazalas, from Cheetahs, you know, a fantastic player. You know, so that for me was really special. People celebrated, obviously here in Cape Town, we had a get-together. We call it a dhikr, so where we just give praise to Allah, you know. So that was quite nice because people came in their numbers, over, you know, 200, 300 people in the mosque.
And you growing up, was there players that you looked up to? Obviously, back in the day, it was guys like Bomsama and Kakalaki and these boys that obviously played in a senior level, but not Springboks as well.
Yeah, Ismail Dole as well.
Yes.
He was also flyer.
Is those
for
the boys you
Currie
look
Cup.
up to? And also credit must go to, obviously you were the first Muslim Springbok, but the guys coming through now, we spoke about Salman Murad, the first Muslim captain.
Yeah.
We got Asim P, the youngster that's also coming through, that's also doing fantastic work. And to see these type of things was fantastic to see.
Yeah, no,
And
those were the guys that I looked up to, as you mentioned now. And, you know, as a young guy, you're always looking to somebody up there because they've done it. You know, you want to follow in their footsteps. And I always thought, like, you have to be humble about it. Yes, you bring your own unique style, but you have to look up to somebody. At the time, I enjoyed watching Skalk Burger play. I think he was robust, physical. He just didn't care about anything. He's like, I want to tackle this guy and dominate him, you know. So that was the childhood hero growing up.
yeah,
And
but
then
you can't relate because he doesn't come from the same background. So that's also the department.
Yeah, so Yaya Hudsonberg,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
those guys,
yeah.
you know, those guys I look up to. He was also a flanker, number 8.
Yeah.
He could play. He was very versatile.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and also second row in the lock position. So, you know, those guys set the platform for us, and it makes it a lot easier for us to come through the ranks. Even with the older generation players, like I'm talking about your 2000s, 1995 and things like that, they, you know, made the inroads for us to have it easy now. And
Yes.
I always used to say in interviews and chats and stuff like this that I was lucky. But I want to get away from that word, you know, because God has written this for me. Yes, we worked hard and to achieve what we wanted to achieve, you know. So we can't say it's luck because God don't work with luck. He has written this for us behind the rack. Behind the rack. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, doing fantastic. This is not luck. This is through your hard work, and God has given this for you guys. So I believe in that. So that's why I want to get away from that word lucky and stuff like that.
Yeah, me too.
We are humble. We go out there like, I deserve this. I need a place in the team. Why am I not playing? That is probably the wrong attitude to have. But you need to, you know, work hard, offer yourself, be of assistance.
It's written for you, yeah.
You know, of assistance for your teammates, and that's all we can control, Rudy. You know, that's in our hands.
yeah.
Your hard work, your watt bike sessions, your gym sessions. And it's easy to cheat. But remember, you're cheating yourself.
100%.
Because let's say you got 3 sets of 6 reps, but you're doing 5 reps. Eventually it will. I see Rudy smiling. There's probably probably him.
And you know, he's looking straight at me.
Yeah, and that's important. You spoke about luck. When I look back in my career as well, sometimes when I was 19, 20, 21 years old, I also wondered, how did I do it? How did I compete against maybe a Jan de Villiers and Jacques Fourie? And how did I get that position? And sometimes even when I look back at games, how did I tackle that guy?
Yeah.
And I'm still thinking it's luck, but it's, I mean, like you said, if you work hard and if it's written for you, it is for you.
I think we use the word luck sometimes because we don't want to come across as arrogant.
Yes.
So it is a form that we can allow people to think that we don't think more of ourselves. So I think every sportsman, through the competitive nature that we have and obviously the ability, our family, support structure. And I think that's just the reason why we use the word luck.
And Rudy, sorry to jump in there. I like the mindset of the American football players. Maybe they're over the top, maybe too overconfident because there's a fine line and of arrogance and stuff like that. So you want to be humble, keep your feet firm on the ground, but those guys back themselves, They believe in themselves. And you can see the way they walk, the way they carry themselves. When they get on the pitch, they want to do it. I want to save this team, and you want to get man of the match. And I think if you don't have that butterflies and stuff like that, and the excitement and the nervous feeling, then you should probably retire, give up because you don't have that anymore.
Not to put you on the spot, is it similar to, obviously we hear a lot about Sasha Vanberg and KwaZulu when you speak about overconfidence and you speak about American, similar, or is the good thing, or is the bad thing?
I think it's quite similar, if not the same. He backs himself. I mean, the kick he gave and he chased it himself.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
hard
it was
work to get there.
Durban test, That is absolutely fantastic. And to do that, it takes a lot of hard work. And there was probably a lot of individual sessions that he put in himself. People don't see that. They only see you on a Saturday, but they don't know what you did the Monday. And I always say, I think, Juan, you also believe in this. You can't just switch on the Saturday for the game. It's what you do on a Monday. How you prep on the Tuesday morning. Recovery Wednesday. Are you in the pool? Are you doing ice? Thursday is a quick session. Friday, captain's run. Boom, Saturday you go. So it can't just be a Saturday you switch on and then Saturday night you go and party and all the stuff because that's going to affect your recovery again. Monday you're going to be a bit fatigued. You might be dehydrated again. So all this stuff plays major roles in everything that you do. I feel so wise or
you are wise.
I don't know.
I think you woke up this morning and you had a bit of wisdom over your oats.
I chose this, yeah.
But talking about the top part things play, grew up in Mitchell's Plain, the community of Mitchell's Plain, your family. What I've noticed from you the past 4 years that wherever I've gone to Loftus and watched the Bulls play, your family's always been there, Nemo. Watching, supporting, either you flew them up or they came. What was your family like growing up? What parts do they play in supporting and being a backbone for Nizaam Carr?
And there's no better way to put it, Rudy. They were the backbone to everything. Through the ups, the downs, they were always there for me. When I failed, there was always a shoulder to lean on. And they know when I'm not doing well or going through a phase where, hey, I need a chat now or I need something, they might come up to me because I need that family support, and they could sense it quite easily because I'm as a Muslim, you only move out of the house when you get married, and I wasn't a boarder at my bishops, at my school, I was a day boy. I would go in every single day, but they will drive out to any games, like obviously locally here in Cape Town, they will drive out with my first team games, Western Province games, Stormers. When we played maybe in PE, they will fly up or drive, up there. So they were always there for me. My mom always washing my kit and the dirty, muddy clothes. My dad sacrificing his time. And unfortunately, he passed away 4 years ago. And that I must mention that was quite tough for me because for a year, I lost the love for the game because all I wanted to do was impress my father, And I'm sure you guys feel the same thing. You want to make him proud. And I played for him. So when he passed away, I lost that love for the game.
Yeah.
But then I carried on about 11 months, 12 months. John, I was just going through the motions, I was just going through stuff, ticking the boxes. Do you have to jump? I wasn't sweating. I wasn't giving my best, But then I thought, I sat back, and a lot of players must do this. They need to reflect. Even if it takes 5 steps forward, 5 steps backwards, it's gonna be like a slingshot for you going forward. Then you're going to take 10 forward again. So I thought about it, and I was like, my dad wouldn't be happy with the way I'm carrying myself now.
What he installed in you, what
In
he left
me.
with you.
Yeah.
And what was that? Was it him at your games, him helping you off the field with finance stuff? And him?
Everywhere, Juan, he helped me with everything. He basically spoon-fed me. He will make sure even if my boots on a Friday night were polished, it needed to be, you know, they can't be, you have to have your gum guard, you know, stuff like that. And that's where the scrum cap came from, the Puma scrum cap. It was quite early and it was big on safety. And now always there for me, driving anywhere, flying up. And I mean, they even came a few times to England. So the traveling doesn't faze them.
But if you can remember perfectly, and I need to share the story, is your dad was there the first time you came over. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then my family and you and your dad, we went to Craig David's, the concert and stuff. But he came over to make sure.
But he loved it.
You settled in.
He actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because obviously at the time it was quite new for me, Rudy. And then Juan de Jong was there willing to assist me and my father, because what happened was my father first obviously went over with us, with myself, and then he used to check where's the halal spots where I can buy food and
what
where
car
I need
to
to
get,
go,
what houses and
groceries, the finance ways and stuff like that. So he laid the foundation for me. And I mean, Juan, you took us to, was it Craig David?
Craig David, the concerts and stuff.
The best, one of my best shows. Like he does, he's amazing.
Because he was first there, what is this? Ek is te oud vir die goed.
Because around all the youngsters and, you know...
jumping and singing Craig David.
Yeah.
But then afterwards he said...
Afterwards, because I remember, Juan, you said, we need to leave now. And he was like, no, stay for a couple of few songs. And there in England, you have only one trip with the train going back. So if you miss that train, then you probably have to sleep over or find a hotel there.
Jeez.
And he was like, no, stay one or two
more
songs. Yeah, one more. And Juan was like, hey, Tam, we need to leave. We need to leave. Yeah.
But so much he left for you. But like also when it comes to the rugby department as well, he was almost like a coach to you. Like he was the one that kept you on your toes, saying, Nemo, you probably thought it's a good game, but he was there just to make sure the finances is in line, what you want to do afterwards in line, the rugby is in line, to achieve the things you want to achieve.
And I think if he praised me, like a lot of people, even if you have a bad
Scored
game,
one try but 10 missed tackles.
you know,
then people
will
praise
say,
you.
well played. That's not well played, but they're just being polite.
Yeah.
But my dad didn't have to say anything to me. Hy sou net so kyk, Vitek. Nee.
Body language.
Yeah.
Swag game.
And then even the first team games at Bishops, he wouldn't talk in the car. Now imagine die ry huis toe, Paggie.
It's 5 hours.
You know,
Feels like
for
5
me
hours.
it was you know,
It's silence, but you know.
Yeah, I disappointed him, you know. So that's always like something I wanted to make him proud, and he never like too emotional and hugs and stuff like that. He would just, when I play very well, he would just shake my hand. It's like, well done, great. And then that is the stuff
keeps you on your toes to be better and better and better.
On my toes to be better, and that is all I played for. I just wanted to impress my dad, but that's why I'm saying like he wouldn't have loved the way I was carrying myself. Like I was
After
when he passed away, yeah. And you know what, the Muslims, they bury you the same day. And I was over in England. I couldn't come for the funeral, so that was quite tough. So we had to do, myself and Aisha, we had to do a Zoom, basically like that, yeah. WhatsApp call.
And how was that?
To see, and that was tough. Very, very tough, yeah.
Yeah.
And
to say your final goodbyes and stuff.
Yeah. And I couldn't fly. If I had, flown down,
you can't make it.
It's over, yeah.
Because it's the same day.
And I couldn't mourn with my mom and the family and stuff like that. But obviously we were every day on the phone and, just checking in. How's mom doing? Our brothers, they were, my eldest brother, Zain, and Riaz, and my sister, we were there for each other, quite supportive. They would check in with me. How you doing? How's things, how's training going and stuff like that. So family, very, very important. The support structure was amazing. And luckily I got out of that funk. I got the love.
How did you get out of it?
No, I was just thinking like, no man, this is not the way to go,
No one helped you.
No, yeah. In the end of the day, you need to, everything starts with yourself.
Bus stops with you.
Rudy, you can help me, you can push me, motivate me, same with Juan, but only to a certain level. the rest of the stuff I need to now, you know, work through that challenges and stuff like that. I can't give up. And a lot of the kids, like they might not make the Western Province under 13 trials or under 15 or under 16 Grand Como week. Now they give up and they choose a different path. You know, might smoke cigarettes on the corners and stuff like that, you know, hang out with the wrong people, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble. So that perseverance, that fight, you need to keep going. Whether you make the team, whether you don't win a trophy, you're not having a forward of the year or player of the year, that's fine. Try again next year. And if you don't get the following year, you try it again the following year. You keep going. And that is what makes a professional rugby player. You have to keep pushing. You can never give up. And you can never just rely on your talent. Steph, he was our conditioning coach.
Yes,
he said,
yeah,
that your talent is not enough. You have to work hard. You know, and that is how we saw our journey going forward. We had to sacrifice and work hard on everything that we're doing.
And if we look at a kid now that's sitting at Mitchell's Plain, Nima, what would you say to that kid? Because I had the opportunity of listening to others so that you spoke on, and I found it so profound when you said that doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't mean there's less opportunities, your circumstances. Do you mind explaining to me why you feel so strong about that?
No, there's a saying that, I know we spoke about this now earlier, you create your own luck, Juan. But remember, we wanted to get away from that word.
Yeah.
But your future is not determined by where you're from, what school you're at and things like that. If you work extremely hard, God will reward you. Because He see your talent, you're putting in your effort, and it might not be rugby, it might be a CEO of a painter, guys working for the city. Amazing. You know, that's a dream of yours that you want to achieve. You have to push for that. And I always say, yes, there's people, you're growing up around a disadvantaged area maybe or neighborhood. The guys, like I mentioned before, smoking cigarettes and stuff like that, hanging out on the corners, good friends or bad friends. You can get sucked in that environment very easily. But as I said before, like I always had this vision, this dream inside my heart that I wanted to be something, you know. I wanted to play for South Africa. I wanted to play Super Rugby. And I didn't know it will happen so quickly, you know. And like I said, God has written this for me. And all I could manage and control was the hard work and doing that, sacrificing the 5 o'clock sessions. You know, I had 6 Weet-Bix, 5 boiled eggs, and I used to do that since 2010. Every morning.
So jy eet al baie van kleins af.
Yeah. So my mom also had it tough. But like, again, they made sure everything was there for me. You know, everything was ready. And I did that for 5 years straight. Now you can imagine as ek nou win breek en ek bly op, you know, hulle moet 'n bietjie terugstaan van hy gaan nou, you know. So that's what I used to do, and it's a lot of sacrifice and but like I said, I also enjoyed every single second of it, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
And just to add on to that and ask you something, obviously you had a dream, you had passion. Did the drive came within, or was it more your dad and your parents to tell you, Nemo, do this, go that? Because obviously every day you in the corners, people smoking weed or stuff happened around you. You want to. But was it because you were scared of your dad, or was it just you saying, no, this is not for me?
No, within Juan. I had this something like, I don't know what it was, or that feeling I was getting the whole time, but I just I felt like this was, you know, meant for, I didn't know if it was rugby, because we played soccer first, Rudy. And I was quite all-round sportsman.
Goalie.
I was a goalkeeper. That's the easiest position to play. And then, funny enough, later I moved to centre back, you know. And I would just clear everything, push up the line, the defensive line, and skop alles net weg, you know. So they never broke us. But hockey, cricket, volleyball as well. And even when the kids or the other girls
you're
are playing.
Swimmer? No.
I can swim. That's why they call me Nemo. Ek is 'n baie goeie, you know, finding Nemo. But
water polo? Bishops?
I played water polo, but 6 team.
That's
and
fine.
again, I was
That's
just
fine.
hanging
That's
on
fine.
the post there, the goalkeeper.
At least you can get.
Yeah, trade and all that stuff. So that was quite tough, but no, all-round sportsman, and I enjoyed, just being involved in sports, and that's why I say it was within, and my dad and everybody else around me just pushed that passion to go forward and stuff like that. So I think everything has to start with you. Your passion must come through or outshine or outwork everybody else. That is something inside your heart or your mind that you want to make it to the top.
Yeah, sure. Huh?
Buddy?
Yeah, yes. So, and Nemo, you say it's in your DNA. You had a strong support structure like your dad that directed you in a way. Now you're in a position now, a father of two, and you've got a son, obviously, that kind of looks like he enjoys sport as well. Is those principles something you will filter into your son and your family as being a father of the house? And also not the father of the house, but the father in your family, your sisters and your brothers, and being that example?
No, I will obviously do it exactly like my father did. And if he wants to play hockey or do swimming, water polo, I will back him 100%. Even with my daughter, we will go all out because that's how my parents did it. And my brothers are so supportive of me and whatever I do. For example, if I'm at the Bulls, they support me. If I move back to, for example, to Wasps, they will support me.
Yeah.
So wherever I go, they always that, behind me, strong system, support structure. But I come to the Stormers, and I think you will be happy with
Yes,
that.
I'll support what they
They will support me, so they will back whatever team that I'm at. So obviously I love that about them. And I must mention my brothers. Yesterday we had a rugby clinic in Fixtures Discussion. So what a absolutely amazing day we had. And over 300 kids came out there. And I just had an open training day. And I thought we're just going to have 10 kids or some few boys coming out to play touch rugby. But there was actually a massive turnout. And my mom made some food to give out, and on behalf of my father, cool drinks and stuff like that. So it was quite a nice, enjoyable day, very successful. So I would like to do that annually because it's my way of giving back. Because at the time, I was doing some sports or all sports, but this rugby sir, he came to me, Juan, and he gave me an opportunity. And I want to give that opportunity back to the community.
Someone else.
Powerful.
And I need to do that for them. And
100%.
that is my way of giving back. That's
What did Coach Sticky say?
So Six says, send the lift back down.
When
if
you're
you're
on
at the top, send the lift back down.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Sure. You're Nemo, and I mean, we love this conversation as well, but Nemo, I know you're busy, I know you're up and down, but thank you very much for the time, for making time for us. We've asked a very long time for this, but to finally find the Nemo to be on Behind the Ruck was special. And all the best for what's next, and regards to the family. I mean, we close, we come a long way, and it's great to see what you do with your family and how you spend time with them and keep growing as a family man, as a father, but also as a rugby player as well. Special.
May we turn more Cape Townians into Bulls fans, Nemo. That is
Into
our
ruckers.
mission.
Into ruckers.
That is our mission, Nemo. We're turning Cape Town into that beautiful light blue. Nemo, that is, I know you still want to have some downtime with the family. Thank you so much, Boykie, that we could celebrate and just shine a small light on a fantastic career. May you and the Bulls be very successful. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Trust me when I say this.
The
The 3rd of January, when we play the Stormers, may we be very successful. And all the best. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, Rudy and Juan. I really appreciate doing this. And it's lovely always to be with you guys. And I'll always make time for you guys whenever I come to Cape Town, because you guys do the same. When you come up to Pretoria, we spend some time in the Watergat and we have some braai and stuff like that. So it's lekker. It's very nice.
I say, guys, Behind the Ruck is proudly supported by SuperSportBet. Download the app, make the switch, get your skin in the game, and then official hydration, okay? When you're thirsty in summer, you get yourself a lekker switch water. We are dressed proudly by Macron, guys. We had fun with you. We're going to say goodbye. It's a chicken wrap. I am Rudy Page.
I'm Juan de Jong.
And I'm Nizaam Carr.
And the Ruck is clear. Bye-bye.
Au revoir.